I will never speak to my family again. I, 17F, will never speak to my mom or sister again on my next birthday. Growing up, my parents were great. That was until my mom threw it all away and decided to cheat on my dad. My dad divorced, and the affair baby, my sister, 10F, was soon born. I was 7 at the time. In the court, my mom somehow managed to get full custody. I think she played dirty and brought up past issues my dad used to have. He had a substance abuse problem before I was born. My dad doesn't really say anything bad about my mom, however. He says that there is nothing he can do, and we just have to work with it for now and wait till I'm 18. I see my dad once a week on the weekend, and I get to spend 1 week a year with him every summer. But I am stuck with my mom the majority of the time. My sister is profoundly disabled to the point where she requires assistance for everything. She is useless. Since she was born, all my time outside of school has been dedicated to her. I stopped learning the piano, going to friends' house, playing basketball because I had to help her. I have been wearing the same clothes at home for the past 3 years since my sister has priority over everything. Dinner, only once she eats. I don't know why I call her my sister. Should be half-sister, but she is not even with that. My dad used to pay a lot more child support than required for the first 2 years after the divorce, but 90% of the money went to my sister. So he stopped and started paying the minimum. Still only 10% goes to me. I don't blame him for this. Why should he support an affair baby? He tried to take my mom to court about not using the child support correctly, but it was unsuccessful. Only in the past 3 months have I managed to get a bit of time to myself without having to take care of the affair child when I'm not at school. I told my mom I had to spend a couple of extra hours after school, 3 days a week. She initially refused, but she accepted only because I told her I needed it to prepare to get into a good college, so I could get a good job to take care of my sister. I lied. Instead, I go to my best friend's house. Her parents are super understanding. My mom doesn't even care enough to even check if I'm at school. I also go to my dad's best friend's house every day, sometimes just for 5 minutes, because I don't have sufficient equipment at home. And if I take it home from my dad, my mom will sell it for some new thing for my sister. My dad leaves all my stuff at his friend's house, which is 10 minutes away from where I live. Every day before and after school, I go there to change and get stuff, and his family have also helped me with my college preparation. I've found a college near my dad's house, which he will pay for, and will let me live there. My mom knows nothing about this. She thinks I'm going to a college close to home and will continue to look after my sister with her. She is oblivious, but then again, even if I made it obvious at home, she wouldn't notice. I will be free in 2 weeks, and I will live at my dad's friend's house until school finishes, and then I will move to my dad's, since it is far from school. I will never speak to my mom or sister again after that. I can't wait to spend more time with my dad and his family. I have a stepbrother who is the same age, who is amazing, and we will go to college together. He actually makes me feel happy, and I like spending time with him. My dad's friend has bought a small electric piano so I can play it once I go there, and we have found a basketball club for me to join. It will be great. I won't be burdened by my sister again. You can call me a monster since she didn't ask for this life, but I don't care. I didn't ask to have to take care of her. My life has value too. Just because she suffers doesn't mean I have to, so that the playing field is leveled. My dad is amazing. He also won't have to be financially responsible for a child that isn't his, once he stops paying child support for supposedly me. My mom and sister will probably struggle enormously. They might even go homeless. I don't care. I will not know them in a fortnight, but it's not like they know me or really care about me. I'm just a slave to them. I hate my sister not for what she is, which is nothing, but for ruining my childhood. I hate my mom more. I hope she becomes homeless, and a more worthy family can live in the home, not this abuser. I will be free in 14 days. I am currently at my dad's friend's house right now. He and his wife are more like parents to me than my mom is. They actually ask about my dad and care about my feelings. I am lucky to have such great people on my dad's side. There is no one on my mom's side. She had no siblings, was outcast from the rest of her family when she cheated and didn't abort the baby. None of them wanted to have to deal with my sister. If they didn't do that, I might have had a childhood. But at least now my mom will have to deal with the consequences of her adultery herself and can't enslave anyone else. I don't blame my mom's family for abandoning her. They're quite clever for recognizing early on that my mom would just rely on them all the time. My dad isn't just the fun dad who get to look great. He actually cares about me. When I'm sick at school and I needed to get picked up, he would drive an hour to do it, or get his friend to do it. My mom couldn't do it since she was busy or needed a rest after looking after my sister. My happiest moments in the last 7 years have all been away from my mom and sister, and I will be able to have that all the time soon. My dad has organized therapy sessions for me to help me settle. He's also organized a trip for 2 weeks during one of the holidays, which will just be between me and him since we've missed out on a lot because of my mom. I hope she suffers.